going on, everybody? Welcome into HBCU Huddle. I am CJ. We're back, joined alongside, as always, by Ronnie. What's up?
Yo, what's happening, y'all? I missed y'all. Happy Love Day. Happy belated Love Day. Happy belated
That's
Love
not
Day.
Mike. That's Ronnie. There it is. Ronnie, did you do something different with your Instagram?
Deal with my Instagram?
Yeah.
No, my
Okay.
Instagram. It's Ronnie.2K. You know,
Ronnie.2K.
make sure y'all follow me, the one and only.
Mike Wallace joins us. This is Mike right here.
Yeah,
what up, Mike? It's
yeah.
been a while, man.
No, it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a while. That's a while.
But see, I'm thrown off now because usually they come to me after you, but they went to Ronnie, and Ronnie missed the opportunity to give the whole how you can connect with the show. Come on,
don't
take it
do
back.
it,
Take
don't
it
do
back
it,
to
don't do
Ronnie.
it. Bring
Take
it
it back to Ronnie.
Bring
Take
it
it back to
back.
Ronnie.
Bring
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
Hey, make sure y'all follow us on all platforms at Grind City Media. Do it on Facebook. Do it on Instagram. Download the app, man. Y'all gotta see us. Y'all gotta see me.
There we go.
That's my fault.
Now we good. Now we
I
good.
tried something a little different.
Now
Keep
we
everybody on their toes.
I'm here now.
You
I'm locked in. I'm locked
Everybody
in.
here.
I'm
Everybody's
locked
locked
in.
in. We got a great show lined up for you guys.
Television.
Today, we're going to give our favorite love songs in honor of Valentine's Day, which was last week. We're going to talk to Sherm, HBCU fashion correspondent, Proud Miles alum as well. We got a great guest for our HBCU Huddle spotlight. We got Christopher Peete joining us for that. It'll be all of that, plus so much more. But let's get things started with sad news out of our community, out of the nation. Tuesday, it was Tuesday. Reverend Jesse Jackson passed away. He was 84 years old, founder of Rainbow/Push Coalition, two-time presidential candidate, Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient, and he's somebody who graduated from North Carolina A&T. He was a quarterback at A&T, one of the real common stories in HBCU athletics at that time, Mike, where went somewhere, I do believe it was Illinois, to play quarterback. Black people can't play quarterback. That's a thinking man's position. We'll move you to a different position. He said, no, I'll just transfer out. Ended up at A&T playing quarterback there, being really involved on that campus and in that community. Mike, what was your initial reaction when you found out?
No, man, just in the week that we've known about this, a civil rights icon. He was the first guy that, really was the living, breathing embodiment who was right next to Dr. King, right? That everybody saw. Like we always, like my grandmother and my grandparents used to talk to me growing up in D.C. about how they remember the '63 March on Washington, and they were at these civil rights meetings and marches, but we really didn't have an iconic figure that was shoulder to shoulder with King, quite like Jesse Jackson. And then for him to be on that balcony, moments after King was assassinated, put him right there. He had blood all over his shirt, and he was 24, 25, 26 years old that year. And so he was a young guy who grew up through the movement. And when he became a presidential candidate in the early 80s, he convinced us all that we could be somebody. It's just a remarkable life. And, one of the icons, man, and he'll forever have a legacy in this country and beyond because of who he was and what he represented.
So we're coming at this from a lot of different eras. So you caught the majority of the Jesse Jackson era. I was born in the 80s, so I catch after the presidential run, everything that takes place. I remember being in third grade doing a report on Jesse Jackson with the focus being on his ability to negotiate hostage releases. You think about 84, the Navy pilot that he got released, the 84 again, 16 Americans, he negotiated their release from Cuba, 700 women and children, he negotiated their release from Iraq in the early 90s, I do believe, 3 U.S. soldiers. In 99, he negotiated their release in really tense hostage situations. Then the 2 Americans in Gambia out of prisons there in 2012. Like you said, Mike ran for president in 84 and 88 and really changed what the Democratic Party was, where he gets 18% of the vote, and that's based off of Black people and his ability to energize us and get us out there to the polls. And the Democratic Party said, okay, well, maybe his ideas aren't so left-leaning. Maybe we should try and incorporate some of these ideas and think about what the 80s were. Mike was alive for it, right? That was Reagan's time. Reagan was running away with things. The Republican Party was running away with things. And then you look up and go from that to George W. Bush. George H.W.
H.W. Right. Was the last one. Right.
Yeah, George H.W. So you go 2 years Reagan, 1 year with his vice president, and boom, then you end up with Bill Clinton. I don't think we get Barack Obama. I don't think that's a ridiculous thing to say or a sentiment to have. We don't get that moment without Reverend Jesse Jackson. But I'm curious, Ronnie, somebody who was born well after most of Reverend Jackson's achievements and accomplishments, did you guys learn about him in school? And if so, what did y'all learn about?
Although we did not learn him in school, I made it my mission to learn about him because I knew what he meant to our community. So in his speech in 1988 for the Democratic Party, his main topic was just keeping hope alive. That has been instilled in me like for my entire life, and I've always embodied that speech that he had, and just being hopeful. Like, I'm hopeful for Valley, I'm hopeful for our community, and it's just sad. It's sad that somebody who was so important to the Civil Rights Museum, that his legacy wasn't talked about as much as it should have been. And I think that's another conversation for our community, where we have to teach us our own Black history, because if not, it'll just be wiped away. Like, a lot of things wasn't caught on camera, and we forget about it because we don't see it in colored pictures. We only see it in black and white. So we think, oh, this was a long time ago. No, he just passed away. This was during his lifestyle. So we should be learning about these things. We should be learning our history. So it's really sad. It's sad. It's just sad.
I had a chance to, and well said too. Well said. And CJ, what you just did, like I'm a man of the 70s, right? Yeah. You came along late 80s.
Yeah, but we'll say 90s.
And she 2000s, right? So it's literally 3 completely different decades and times. And he was a common theme fabric as the most iconic Black man in the world, you know, for us, a Black American man from that standpoint, who had that link straight to the Civil Rights movement all the way through. I had a chance to interview Jesse Jackson.
Oh my goodness!
And I didn't get to it on your show. I know, man.
That's such a flex.
We were sitting over there before the show, Mike, and we were talking about Jesse Jackson. Ronnie goes, "Man, did you ever meet him?" I'm like, "No, but I know who did."
Why you didn't say? And then you had that in your pocket, and
and the thing is, we talked about it. We talked about it on the Jessica Benson show that CJ hosts and everything, and you know, we all had our moment just like we just did here. And you know, Lang obviously grew up in Georgia, so he was familiar with the King part of it. You know, CJ shared an emotional how that connected with him. And was it third grade, CJ? Fifth grade? Yeah. Third grade. And I was too washed up in CJ.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang. And then but yeah, I interviewed Jesse Jackson at 1994 Million Man March, 95 Million Man March. And to this day, I still think he had the greatest speech of the Million Man March platform, that whole march. Because it resonated, because it was like, dang, this dude was there for the first march in 63, and now he's back in 95 for the Million Man March. And he had the second to last speech right before Farrakhan had the final speech. And when Jesse got up there, man, he just took the cake. And I had a chance to interview all of the speakers. You know, as a college reporter at Grambling State University at the time, being there to cover it. And I just, you know, I mean, he was just one of those guys that would he would joke with you. He would put you in a headlock. And like, he was just a regular guy, but he also carried so much history with him. And that always resonated with me.
Man,
that's beautiful. That's legendary.
Yeah, man.
That's like your career.
People ask me all the time.
That resume is crazy.
Like, they ask me all the time, like, you know, who are my favorite, most, you know, famous people to interview, and they think, you know, LeBron James or Mike Tyson or somebody like that. And to me, man, like, the interviews that I will tell my great grandkids about if I ever see him is I had a chance to interview Jesse Jackson. Wow. I had a chance to interview Winnie Mandela, Nelson Mandela. I had a chance to interview my 3 favorite icons of all time is Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, right? Those are 2 from that standpoint, and Martin Luther King. And I had a chance to interview all of their wives, to speak to them directly about the men that changed the world, man. So That's my resume.
Yeah.
Like I could talk to LeBron and Steph
crazy.
anytime, but those guys were it. But back to the show, man. My bad. I took us way off. I took us way off the show. You know what I'm saying?
We need stories like this. We need stories like this.
To Ronnie's point, and my project, I'm gonna try and get through it this time, Mike, without breaking down a little bit. So my project was something that my parents dictated I did. It was like, you got to extra credit, but not really. You got to do this to get into this academic achievement program. Nobody else is having to do all these extra projects, but you have to do these extra projects. They said that you're not good in history, but you got all A's in history. All right, here we go. They want you to pick a historical figure. We're not doing Thomas Jefferson. We're not doing George Washington. We're not doing that. You're going to do Jesse Jackson. That's what you'll do. And you need to learn about this man and his impact, and really resonated with me. I am somebody, keep hope alive. And I don't know. I didn't do the research on it. I didn't do the deep digging into it. But one of Barack Obama's slogans when he ran was hope, right? Changing and hope. And all hope is keep hope alive, shortened. That's true. And for Barack Obama to be in Chicago, where Reverend Jesse Jackson is based out of, where his home was, you can't tell me that didn't have an immediate impact. One of the moments that I'll remember from Jesse Jackson is on the night that Barack Obama wins. There's that slow zoom of Jesse Jackson. They go Oprah and Jesse Jackson, and just the full circle moment of, hey, first one to run, didn't quite do it, but Barack Obama's did it. Got over that hump.
I'm getting emotional.
CJ about to make all of us cry now, man.
I'm surprised I ain't crying now. I didn't cry like 5 or 6 times thinking about it, man. And it's just that part of history. It wasn't like we think history, to your point. We think long time ago, but it wasn't that long ago. We've all got people in our family members like, oh no, yeah. I remember when Jesse Jackson did that. I remember being alive, cognizant, watching it happen. I've got uncles, my father, who integrated their respective schools, be it middle or elementary school at the time. Still alive, still thriving. My uncle, if I call him right now, he's playing at 18. He's on the golf course right now. My dad runs 10 miles a day for some reason. Ain't nobody chasing him, but he's running. Right? They're alive and well. This isn't something like blast from the past many, many years ago. It just happened. It just happened. And we live in a world right now where there's a fight happening about that part of our lineage and about that part of our history and our culture. And when I say our, I don't mean HBCU. I don't mean black. That's American. Jesse Jackson is American. That fight is an American fight. And until we get that understood by everybody, we'll be unfortunately doomed to kind of repeat some of those mistakes.
Absolutely.
But in Jesse Jackson's honor and Reverend Jackson's honor, I'll keep hope alive and believe that we'll find a way to get through this and figure it out. I said it on the show yesterday, Mike, so forgive me for repeating it. But if they could march in heels and in stockings and skirts and suits and hats in Memphis Heat, I can keep hope alive, man. My life ain't that bad.
We actually just seen a college just march. They walked 30 minutes because their polls were closed on their campus.
A&T?
A&T. They walked 30 minutes, and that just goes to show how that what he embodied is still, that legacy is still being carried on to this day. It's carrying on in this new generation, and I'm so proud of those students being able to do that. I had a march of my own when I was at Valley, so it's important that they are participating in this, that they know what's going on in the world, because within these next couple years, they're gonna be the new adults that their votes matter. So that's. Just Black history in itself is it's crazy. It's it's emotional. It's it's getting me shaken up. Like to think about it.
And I know we got plenty of show to go, but I really wish CJ got me thinking about this, man, because I remember in elementary school we had to watch his Democratic convention speech. 84. And if you go back and watch that today, I'm sure 90% of what he said then still resonates today.
And Mike, I had that same thought. Ronnie's talking about A&T students where Jesse Jackson graduated from, marching about voting inequality.
Right.
That's a fight
well,
that
they did the Greensboro sit-in. He was a product of that generation back in Greensboro from that standpoint too. And my last thing about Jesse is this, man. When I think about what the Democratic Party owed him and still to this day, when he ran and everybody in the party saw how impactful that was, he should have been a VP. If he wasn't going to get it outright, somebody should have put him on their ticket to be a VP by 88, if not. He should have been the first black vice president to really stamp his legacy. And man, you almost had me emotional when you referred to when Obama won and the camera panned and Jesse was just there crying, man. And he and Obama had their issue. They had a little controversy. Because the Reverend got caught on a hot mic, you know what I'm saying, saying something about Obama. But at the end of the day, he felt spiritually connected to that moment because he was like, I see what I did, and I planted the seed for this man to get to here. So
I see what I did and what we did. I was with King.
Yep.
We all
the whole lineage.
I saw King. And now I've beefed.
I'm the bridge. I'm the bridge.
I beefed and I worked with Mr. Abernathy, who is not here with us right now. Beefed and I worked with Mr. Lewis, who is not, who was still around. But like we all did this thing together with this end goal being in mind. And to see that play out.
I didn't think of it that way, but that's absolutely the case. He's the bridge. The bridge from MLK to Obama was Jesse Jackson.
Shout out Jesse Jackson.
Tough transition here.
Yeah.
But SportsCenter was on Jackson State's campus.
There's a Jackson. From Jackson to Jackson.
Jackson to Jackson.
Man, February 16th, SportsCenter came. I think I saw this floating about on social media, but I think Jackson State is and it will make sense, the only HBCU to have both SportsCenter and game day come to campus. I can't think of another HBCU that's had game day. So yeah, that's huge. Right. That's big. Mike, just we got to get out of here and get to a break real quick. But before we do, how does Jackson State seize this moment? How do they continue to get this and into something tangible? Be it more money, more increased enrollment, other things, upgrades. How do they do that?
Well, the culture of HBCUs, man, just because that's Jackson State that was on the platform, all the HBCUs shared in that, right? Because now the spotlight is on all HBCUs, but it just shows you what's possible from a facility standpoint. You have to have your facilities where they need to be. And right now, this visit comes in the midst of them asking for and trying to figure out a way to get an on-campus stadium. So when you see that momentum build from there, you have a chance to say, hey, we got the nation's attention. Now, come on, let's fundraise. Let's get it to this point where we can bring them back, regardless who our coach is, and based on what we are and what we're capable of being.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, we're going to do our HBCU Huddle Spotlight. Chris Peete from Clark Atlanta, proud Clark Atlanta alum. He's going to join us on the other side. You're listening to HBCU Huddle right here on Grind City Media in the Built For Tough studio.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Now that's the new edition way.
But I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you. Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dome Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Big Ben Bennett, do you have your new football coach over in Nashville?
We do, yes. Robert Saleh. This is why I'm stoked. Starting in 2019, number 2 total defense, number 5 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 4 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 3 total defense. This dude's going to have a good defense. Like, he's going to be able to turn their defense around, which has obviously been an issue.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
There we go.
The bar on
Hey, y'all,
V-Day.
we messed up.
We
I messed up. I hit the wrong button. Dadgummit. HBCU Huddle. I'm trying to get him. I'm trying to catch him flipping.
You trying to catch me up on what I did for Valentine's Day.
CJ Mike Ronnie. Please be joined right now by Christopher Peete, proud Clark Atlanta University alum, class of 07, Bachelor's of Arts, Psychology, Youth Villages Assessment Counselor. Pete, what's going on, brother? How you doing?
I'm present and accounted for.
Good,
Present and accounted
man.
for.
Thank you for taking time out and joining us today. This is
problem.
really, really important. It means a lot to us. Can you take us through your journey? How do you end up at Clark Atlanta? What high school were you at, and then what went into the decision to get you to Clark?
I attended the magnificent and illustrious East High School here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Lord.
No, oh Lord. No, oh Lord. How did I end up? So I was aware of HBCUs as a high school student. I will admit that my initial choice was Xavier, because at the time I was trying to go to med school and I was thinking HBCU, med school, that's where I wanted to be. And I happened to have also applied to Clark Atlanta, and they were giving the most money, no lie. They were paying for the entire thing, and that was also an important thing to me. So I figured I can go to an HBCU and have it paid for too. Atlanta, here I come.
Okay.
So that's how I, ended up there. It wasn't any rhyme or reason.
Just money and
money and an opportunity to be out of Memphis, to be in a happening city that that is and was and is Atlanta. An opportunity to still get to attend an HBCU because again I knew what they represented, and so Clark Atlanta.
All right.
Earlier today, we were spoken before we got on. We was talking about like the many degrees that you have.
Mm-hmm.
What are those degrees, and then how important it is for you to continue your education beyond just a bachelor's degree? I'm on it. Yeah, I'm on it.
Are you a prophet? You speaking into my life.
I see your soul. I see your soul.
You said extra degree. I was thinking about another one. I have too many, honestly. Mm-hmm. So I have a total of 3. My first degree, again, is a Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Second degree, Master in Public Health from Brown University. My third degree is a Master's in Clinical Rehabilitation Counseling from the University of Memphis. When it comes to getting your higher education degrees, it's very important because we live in a time where, when I was coming up, having a high school degree, it could have got you, to where you needed to go. but it was slowly being phased out to where higher education degrees were the things that you were going to need to be able to be competitive in the workforce. And so my spiel to anyone, whether it's your master's degree, bachelor's degree, PhD, whether it's a degree or certificate in a trade, whatever you need to do, go to school and get that training, get that education, because it's going to set you up for success. Don't think that, bachelor's, master's, PhD is the only way. There are other ways, and certainly the way I would advocate for, obviously, because I've gone that route. But regardless of the way, go get your learning, as my grandma used to say, and use that to propel yourself in this workforce.
So often I talk to people who didn't go to HBCUs for their bachelor's, and there's a stigma attached to attending an HBCU. Like somehow, if I go to, I don't want to say anybody's name, but my alma mater, right? I'll use mine. If I go to Tuskegee, well, I'm not going to be competitive enough to get into grad level programs. And even if I get to the grad level programs, I'm going to be behind my peers in that program. How did Clark Atlanta prepare you for your quest, getting all of these multiple degrees? Did you feel like you had been left behind or anything?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. So education training aside, right? Going to an HBCU teaches you a work ethic, a study ethic that it just sets you apart. I won't say which university after Clark Atlanta, but I remember going to class on presentation day. I went to an HBCU. I was taught slacks, dress shoes, if not a button down, at least a collared shirt, like a polo style shirt, tucked in. If you want to be real fancy, get a blazer, all of that kind of stuff. And so I went into class ready to present dressed like that. One of my peers came in and she had on a hoodie and, sweats. And I'm thinking, if we were in the job force, that would fly. And so it was things like that. It taught me, to be on time is to be late. To be early is to be on time. And to be late is heard of. Those kind of lessons were really, really helpful in setting me up to be the adult that I am. And not just in my work life, but in my personal life as well. So I would accredit that to being trained in an HBCU.
Man, just, that sounds like a very unique journey too, right? And you talked about the multiple degrees. So I caught that, right? I caught he dropped the HBCU to Ivy, right? There's not a lot of people walking around from HBCU to Ivy right there with the Brown University. So kudos and shout out right there, man.
Trying to be subtle.
I know. I saw, you dropped Brown. I'm thinking Brown Baptist, Brown. I'm thinking Brown. Morris Brown. Like what? I'm thinking you just went across the yard and got the Morris Brown, but no. Brown University. But my question is this, obviously, that journey has led you right now to your current position as an assessment coordinator at Youth Villages, one of the most important organizations that we have in this country as it relates to bridging the gap for teens that, young people who are sometimes left behind in a lot of ways. In a city like Memphis, where you kind of came up on your own, and to be able to work for an organization like that, how important is that piece, and what do you see as our youth's biggest challenge and barrier to seeking the kind of education that you got?
So I would say that. Well, let's maybe.
Yeah, that's layered. I layered that. I layered it too much. I layered it too much.
Can
I'm
I
sorry.
work backwards and say that when it comes to really caring for children and being aware of how to do that, people can talk all the time about, well, Chris, you don't have any kids and you don't know what it's like to raise kids. But I can say that being raised as a Black person who our whole jam is community, I think we'd be hard pressed to find a Black person who didn't grow up in a household where at some point another we lived in the house with grandma and uncle this and aunt that, and it was all the kids, that kind of thing. And that kind of community, if it's done properly, helps you to understand that support is important, love, nurturing is important, and having that foundation really makes it easy for me to kind of slide in to be that level of support, professional love for the kids that, you know, I serve.
Can I add a layer to that?
Yeah.
If you didn't live in a house where grandmama and uncle or aunt were staying together, you were absolutely a part of taking care of people younger than you.
Yes.
And you were taking care of people younger than you, while also being taken care of by people a bit older than you as well. Going back to that community part, I'm sorry to cut you off,
and that makes a difference. And then you take, again, you know, that upbringing, and then you move that to an environment like an HBCU where, we've all had that, you know, that kind of experience. And so there's a new level of community, a new level of growth, a new level of understanding of how people interact with each other and grow and support and love. And you just soak all that in and you use it to be the very best that you can. And that's what I've done. Just soaked up all the experiences I've had and use it to the best of my ability to be the best that I can.
So from that standpoint, and the second part of the question was, how important and vital is this role now with what you do professionally in a community like Memphis, where there's so many children who don't have those kind of pathways?
Vital. If nobody else is going to take care of the kids, who's going to do it, right? I talk a lot when people ask me about youth villages about how a lot of times we do get the kids who, like you said, have been abandoned or written off as they're just too difficult and we can't do anything with them. It's hard work, but hard work.
Yes.
Right? Hard work, but hard work. And you have to go into it every day, keeping in mind that what you do here with these kids is going to set the tone for what the city looks like when they're of age and they're the people out working and taking care of the elderly and contributing to the economy and things like that. So I think what we do is vital because what we're trying to do is give kids the hope that we talked about earlier, and give them this sense of, I can overcome the trials and the trauma that I've been through. So.
With me working with kids, it's I get all types of kids. What would you say would be the best practices to meet kids where they are, to show them that I do care, I do love from a professional standpoint and as somebody who came from the same background as them?
Not taking things too personally would be the first thing. Like, you cannot take what a kid says, what a kid does, no matter how painful emotionally or physically it can be, because what you recognize is a kid is only acting out of the function of where they came from. What they're doing in that moment is a product of, I've had to do this to survive in the tumultuous environment I was in. So this is what I have to give. So you're not taking that personally. You remember that it's a brain thing. People do well if they can. I also work with an organization out of Boston, Massachusetts called Think Kids. And we teach this thing called collaborative problem solving. And the motto is, people do well if they can. It's a matter of them not having all the executive functioning skills they need in that moment to manage the difficult problems. And if you make it a brain thing and not a personal thing, it makes it easier for you to go in and be that help and be that light that you're being tasked to be.
Before we let you go, got to get out of here. 2 questions. One question, one statement. What was it like on campus when you were at Clark? 1. 2. I know Pete and I go back a ways. Do you have an interesting work CJ story you might want to share one day? You don't have to be today. If you can think of one, great. If not, don't worry about it. I'd rather you not, honestly.
Okay.
Just what was campus like when you was there? You were there 03 to 07?
Correct.
Yeah.
What a time to be alive and in college in Atlanta. And it's not just, it is just about Clark Atlanta, obviously. Because, you switch around AUC and get CAU. But it's not just about Clark Atlanta. When you talk about being alive and in college in the AUC, in what we call the Black College Mecca epicenter in Atlanta.
Real humble over there.
Hey. You got to acknowledge something for what it is, Come on, man. It was just a grand time. One of the biggest learning experiences I ever had was going into that space and recognizing, I'm not sure how I didn't recognize it already, but recognizing that Black people are not a monolith. Yeah. It's so much more than different shades of people. It's different experiences of blackness. We have similar experiences, but it doesn't all map itself out in the same way. And learning that and becoming so re-fascinated, I know that's not a word, but re-infatuated with blackness, I think that's what made attending Clark Atlanta and being in the AUC just a great time to be alive. Plus the music coming out of the city at the time was second to none. Second to none. So, yeah.
All right. Chris, thank you so much for joining us, man.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm torn between Chris and Pete. I'll be trying to catch myself.
Lord.
But Chris, thank you so much for hanging out with us and coming on and sharing your HBCU experience. So we've done almost all of the AUC. We got one more to do, and we'll be done with that, and we can move on to some of these other HBCUs. So speaking of moving on, we got Sherm coming up, HBCU Huddle fashion correspondent. We're going to talk with him about some new sneaker releases. We're going to talk to him about New York Fashion Week as well. You don't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. You listen to HBCU Huddle right here on Grind City Media in the Built for a Tough studio.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All three of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation. It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Big Bennett, do you have your new football coach over in Nashville?
We do, yes. Robert Saleh. This is why I'm stoked. Starting in 2019, number 2 total defense, number 5 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 4 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 3 total defense. This dude's going to have a good defense. Like, he's going to be able to turn their defense around, which has obviously been an issue.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
I want to give Jock Landale some freaking love, bro. The dude been balling out of his mind.
Jock's a good player. Jock Landale's been great for the Grizzlies. He has just been, in his own words, miscast.
Yeah, but this has been the best career.
If he's your backup 5, he has been just, and even thrown into a situation that he wasn't expecting to be thrown into. Yeah. He has been outstanding.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Duke is suing their quarterback because Darian Menza announced he was entering the transfer portal last Friday. So Duke said, no, you're not.
I'm all for NIL. I'm all for player freedom to transfer and player empowerment. But just saying, I signed the contract, but the contract doesn't matter. I don't understand how that works.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply. What up, y'all? Welcome back in. Ronnie put the headphones on this time, so I couldn't get her.
Sure did.
Unfortunately, I messed up, man. I had it. Welcome back in. Special thanks again to Christopher Peete for joining us and sharing with us his story. It's time now to talk some fashion, which we do once a month here on the show with our fashion correspondent, Sherm. Sherm, you catch him on Sneak Fest on Grind City Media. Comes out every Tuesday. Sherm is back in front of the shoes. Thankfully, that's the background we want from now on for all time.
Thank you,
in front
Sherm.
of the shoes. What's
Ronnie,
going on, man?
Mike, CJ, what's going on? How y'all doing today?
We good. We good. What's going on, man? Grab a shoe and tell us about it real quick before we get into this. Just grab a shoe and tell us about one.
I'm gonna grab this special one right here.
Okay.
I knew he was gonna grab one. I knew he was gonna
I'm
grab
gonna grab
one.
this one right here. I'm gonna grab this one. Look, you see, look, this is what it comes in.
That's hard.
And
That's so
then-
hard. Is that a shoe lock case supposed to be?
This is the case, and then here you go right here. The Nike
Oh, I see where
Ja
Ja Team went with
the
that.
crystals. Yeah, the crystals.
Do y'all get it?
No, Ronnie.
I'm not gonna say, but do y'all get it?
Ronnie, no. Tell me what we supposed
Go
to do.
ahead, Ronnie. Go ahead, break it down, Ronnie.
It looks like a safe box.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
catching what I'm
Yeah.
getting, like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that's nice. Like, that's a great play on. That's it. If that's what that situation.
Let's get a look at the shoe, Sherm.
So this is the first time that the last two models he's done the collab with the crystals. He's always did the silver crystals. This is the first time he did. So these are gold crystals.
That's tough.
Yeah, these are gold crystal. The shoe is like a matte black, like little rubbery material all the way around. It's different than what he normally do. You got your blue bottom. They're dirty because I actually played ball and to kind of
You
test
play
them
ball
out.
in these?
Yeah, I actually hooped in these yesterday.
Are they
Yeah,
out to the
actually-
public or is that exclusive?
So they was only 6,000 pair made. If you was only able to get these at LA during All-Star with this past weekend. But the only store in the city, the only retail store in the United States outside of LA was the Hibbett Sports on Austin Peete that had these, and I was able to grab me a pair of these.
You was in Raleigh and didn't tell me the shoes is out there, Sherm. I'm down the street. I can't believe, Sherm. You know I love some Ja threes.
Sherm, you done made it turn red in the face, dog.
Yeah, man, I'm so mad.
What we didn't get, what went over all of our heads is that Sherm dropped some nuggets in there.
Okay.
Only 6,000 of them were made.
6,000.
So
6,000,
chances
yeah.
are you probably was 6,012, right? He was 5,900, right? He was in the first 6,000. And he just casually opened it, casually dropped it. Like he just had
warm
it. He had
already.
it right there.
And warm already.
He said, "Hey, he said I balled in them yesterday."
That's
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Flexing.
For the rest of
Just
us, it was
flexing.
raining yesterday.
You
I don't
know,
know where he was
I
when
ain't
he
do
was able
nothing
to ball.
special yesterday.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's just the kind of Sherm
and it
that
also come
Sherm
with
is,
this,
man. Sherm, listen,
also
man.
comes with this-
We definitely and that's that.
So
What is that? The grill?
Yeah, they are lace lock, so it's two of them for each shoe. So if you want to wear them, you can just put them in front of the shoe like this right here.
Sherm, you know what I'm about to ask you, Sherm.
Man,
What's up?
I need a 6.5.
That's the problem. The smallest was a size 8.
See,
Y'all hate me, don't it? Y'all hate me, don't it?
Gonna hit a head, man.
Y'all hate me, don't it? Y'all hate me, don't it?
See, the only thing I'll say about that, Sherm, before I get to my real question, man, is that listen, the fashionista that you are, the connections you guys speak for itself, man.
Yeah.
I gotta see Ja playing in them shoes. You play in them more than Ja plays in them these days, and that's the problem, right? Right. So you might as well get you some Sherms out there on the street so we can go get some Sherms because Ja's gotta get back out there and play on the court with them. When you talk about, I know we're gonna hit you up on Fashion Week and all of those kind of things, but you sent us a link, man, to some beautiful HBCU inspired gear. I have my NBA times HBCU shirt from when they first inaugurated the game, the HBCU All-Star Classic. But from what you've seen in terms of how this gear has elevated, with major marketers putting some real weight behind pushing these products, how have you seen that grow in terms of HBCUs being a real place that these marketers are looking to try to put their brands through?
And it's been a great look to it. Like you said, I think each year is starting to evolve. This past year that was in LA, they did the collab with Pro Standards, which Pro Standard has the license to all NBA, Major League Baseball, football. So they do a lot of collab stuff with the brands. Now, I would like to see like a Nike or Adidas, somebody actually like one of those bigger brands to come in and actually do like a exclusive colorway for those particular teams that plays in the games during that All-Star weekend. So get them like a special jersey, a special, like if it's a Josh shoe or Devin Booker shoe, get them the PE solely to them to play in for that particular game there. So that's just something that I would like to throw out there to see them to have that going forward.
All right, Sherm. New York Fashion Week just ended. Wanted to get some of your thoughts on that, about a couple of things. First, Public school came back.
Public school.
Can you
yes.
contextualize for me why everybody was so excited to see them get back on the runway?
The public school is super big. Not only that they're big in the fashion, like the apparel part of things, they probably the only I would say black owned brand besides Armor Year that actually has a Jordan collab. So they've did a Jordan collab with the Jordan 12, and then during during New York Fashion Week, they also just revealed the new collab that they had with Jordan. That's the Air Jordan 15. Which
Sherm, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to interrupt you.
Okay,
that's my fit. That's
I
my
was just about to
Nino
say.
Brown fit.
I was just about to say they
rock
look
that.
like an NBA draft fit from like back in like the old like early 2000s.
What,
or
this one right
whatever.
here?
Yeah, I'm gonna rock that,
big
Mike.
jeans with the
Oh,
big
yeah, the baggy jeans.
blazer. Yeah.
The baggy's coming back, I guess. We on the skinny phase now. The baggy's coming back.
And I'm pretty sure I got a whooping with that belt. But go ahead, Sherm.
But if y'all look at this picture right here, y'all know what players dress like this. If you look at the whole Oklahoma City players, every tournament that they come in, this is how they dress right here. So it's coming, like all y'all said, it's coming back. It's definitely coming back. That's the vibe right now. That's not my vibe, but hey, it's always out there for somebody. CJ, that's your vibe, CJ.
Yeah. I like it. Remind me of Nino. It make me feel like I'm doing important stuff. What were your thoughts on the Pharrell and the Louis V collab?
Oh my god, that dude by them
Genius.
making him, making him the creative director over there after Virgil passed away. It was a smart idea. Like he's taking his genius mind brain and just turning that whole brand like around 360. Even the way that he made the runway out of like you being inside of a house. So it was like you were inside the house. The models walked through the actual house and then came out, and then to have just like all the stars out there dressing up, they go one with Quavo. So that's my style right there. I would definitely rock that.
There we go.
Yeah, that's my style right there.
There we go. Sherm, we'll get you out of here on this one. You looking forward to any sneaker drops this week?
This week there's really none. I think this All-Star weekend. I mean, Nike, Adidas, Puma, Saucony, Anta, everybody. I mean, they dropped everything this past weekend. So I think at this point it's just like, yeah, I think everybody tapped out for right now.
You got the John threes with
What
the
you
bling
copping?
on them, man.
What you copping, Sherm? What
He's
you
fine.
copping? What you
There-
copping? I know that ain't the
there you
only
go.
one.
There you go.
So this is not the only one. I'm trying to think what else did I actually know what this no. Honestly, I did pick up another one running, but
Don't
it was
say
the,
Asia Wilson.
No. It was the Adidas Adidas Star. You know that jellyfish that Pharrell has. It's like not the jellyfish, but it's the model down for there. So I didn't pay $300 for the jellyfish. I paid the model down. I have that one, but I think it's around here somewhere. I can't find it. So yeah.
Sherm got so many shoes he can't find them.
That's
Sherm, we'll
what I'm
holler at you
saying.
next
That's what
month,
I'm
baby.
saying.
Thank you so much for joining us,
That's the
dog.
man. That's the
Appreciate
man.
y'all, man. Appreciate y'all always, man. Y'all have a good one.
Catch Sherm every Tuesday with Adam, with Jerry, with Lang on Sneak Fest right here on these airwaves, starting at 2 and then around 3. That'll do it for Sherm. We got more stuff to get to on the other side. It's time for our Pick 6 in honor of Valentine's Day. We did Love Song, so you don't want to miss that. You're listening to HBCU Huddle right here on Grind City Media.
Duke is suing their quarterback because Darian Menza announced he was entering the transfer portal last Friday. So Duke said, no, you're not.
I'm all for NIL. I'm all for player freedom to transfer and player empowerment. But just saying, I signed the contract, but the contract doesn't matter. I don't understand how that works.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you. Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation. It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Big Ben Bennett, do you have your new football coach over in Nashville?
We do, yes. Robert Saleh. This is why I'm stoked. Starting in 2019, number 2 total defense, number 5 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 4 total defense, number 3 total defense, number 3 total defense. This dude's going to have a good defense. Like, he's going to be able to turn their defense around, which has obviously been an issue.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
How are you able to release and have an instrumental song become a huge deal?
And I forget who the disc jockey was, but he put the wrong side on. He put the Green Onions by mistake and played the B side instead of the A side.
No!
And that's when the change happened. These people started to call the station and say, play that song again.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
You're the other white meat. RJ, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it. I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
What is wrong with Ronnie, man? Ronnie talking to us like we know what it's like to be young.
Y'all are young.
Mike is young. I'm old.
You're young.
You're as old as you feel, and I feel 73.
Well, I feel 35.
All right, so you still 40 years younger than me, Ronnie? What's going on? Welcome back in HBCU Huddle. Pick six time. Got a great pick six lined up for you. Favorite love songs. Valentine's Day was last week, so we're going to talk some about some love songs. This one, whoever decided to do this could have helped everybody out by narrowing it down.
You decided this.
And whoever decided it.
You decided this.
Ronnie. Whoever decided it did not do a good job. Because it's just way too many love songs, man. Way too many. Genre, narrow it to genre, R&B, blues, jazz, like what have you. But they just
female,
said male,
like group,
female.
Group,
they just said love songs, go.
Yeah.
And we only picked 6 each. But they're bangers. Just because it's not on our list does not mean that we dislike that love song or that we don't love that particular love song. How about we do this? Do a little backwards, because we usually end with Kyra, and I feel like we speed through Kyra and we don't give Kyra's list.
We're going to give her some respect. Put some respect on Black. Put some respect on Black.
So
what's up, Black?
We're going to get Black up. Black, throw yours up, man. We're going to go with Black first. We're going to see hers, and here we go. Number 6, When I First Saw You, Beyonce and Jamie Foxx. Number 5, Love of My Life, Brian McKnight. Number 4, I Care For You, Aaliyah. Number 3, we've got The Point of It All, Anthony Hamilton.
I feel it in my heart.
Yeah.
Number 2, All the Man I Need, Whitney Houston.
That's a great one. Okay.
And number 1, Inseparable, Natalie
old
Cole.
school.
Natalie Cole.
Kyra did that.
She did.
Black is in our ear, letting us know that her parents raised her right.
That's
Shout
what I'm
out
saying.
to the Blacks.
She got a nice diversity right there. She got a diversity of eras.
She said it's Daddy Black. So shout out to all the shout out to Daddy Black. Shout out to Black Daddy.
Black Daddy. Black Daddy.
This is a good list.
That is.
I forgot about The Point of It All.
The Point, Anthony Hamilton.
Man,
love him.
That's my guy.
Man.
That's my guy.
He gets played to this day.
I need to see him, man. He's one of the guys that's on my list. I hadn't seen him in concert yet. He's one of the guys that I will travel out of my city to go see him. So whenever he's performing somewhere, if I don't have a conflict, I'm there. He's my next guy.
I'm be honest with you. He about due to come back to the Orpheum or to
He's got to, right?
I'm cool with that.
It's been too long.
My
since
first year here,
Hamilton.
he came to the Orpheum and I couldn't get there because it was like media day night or something, and I was like, damn, I couldn't get there. But yeah,
it took off.
I hear he does a hell of a show.
2 weeks into the job. 2 weeks into the job on media day.
I got the flu. I was just singing right there on stage next to Anthony Hamilton.
Oh man!
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go. I'll go. Let the ladies go. Let the ladies go.
There you go. Okay.
I went kind of old school. Loving you, loving you.
There you go.
No, shout out to my stepmama though, because without her, I wouldn't have been keen to these songs, and she opened up that music genre to me.
Hit the next one.
I can't.
Yeah.
No, but slept on Lion, Tigers, and Bears. I don't know who blackballed my girl in the industry, but Jasmine Sullivan is one of them ones. If she is not on y'all Mount Rushmore of singers, she needs to be. Anywho, number 4.
Saw Jasmine Sullivan down on the river for River Beat when she was here.
I would have loved that.
It was incredible.
I love Jasmine.
She did this song.
Her live performances are even better than just her regular songs. Teach me, but teach me how to love. Ooh, music soul, child. It just get my soul moved. Mind y'all, these are all the music that I listen to when I'm cooking. So I'm cooking with love. I gotta listen to my love songs.
I understand.
At number 3. I got No Pain, No Gain by Betty Wright. See, I didn't know you gave me this topic. I didn't know if it was like heartbreak songs or anything like that. But I'm still mad at Betty Wright for this song right here. I'll never get over this song because you ain't gotta have no pain in love. You don't need that. You don't gotta deal with that. Back then they had to. Now these days we the prize. We ain't gotta deal with that. We ain't gotta deal. We the guys with the money. We ain't got to deal with it. Number two. Made
That's
for me.
That's that youth talking right there.
Show wins 2000s and up, 2000 and up. Here we go. Made for Me by Money Long. Like I think she got nominated Grammy for this song or that album, but it was really, really good, and it's the embodiment of what R&B went away from. For a couple years, but she's bringing it back. She and the other artists are bringing R&B back to what it originally was. And number one, I always thought this guy was actually light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
He got me. He got me.
That was his vibe.
He got me. It was the fade. It was the fade and the leather jacket in the music video, and it was this music video that got me. And I was like, oh, he a light skin, he just light bright. No,
I might be mistaken. Help me out,
Nah,
Mike.
you ain't mistaken. I know exactly what you're about to say.
Every music video, he's singing to the most deliciously chocolate woman.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I knew you was going there.
Oh, look at that beautiful woman right there.
Yeah.
But so I can see how.
Yeah. I always thought he was light skinned, but turns out just learned this year.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah.
What you find out about Bobby Caldwell?
Yeah, man.
Don't tell me.
John B had that vibe though, man. He was produced by black guys. He had a feature with Tupac. You know what I mean? Babyface wrote his most popular hit. Puffy was his influence, man, and he's
singing to again some of
yes.
Ain't no
wonderfully
beauty like that
melanated women on the planet.
Absolutely.
All right, Mike, let's get yours.
All right, mine. My number 6, Be Without You, Mary J. Blige. This was back in the 2000s, right? So, but this was like, that song stood out to me because she just gave it her all, man. Like, that marriage didn't last that she was in at the time with Kendu. But that took me back to a day when you used to call the radio station, right? You call the radio. You just can't be without your, So that's my number 6. My number 5, Anita Baker. Just because I can play that song when I'm 18, when I'm 80 to 18 to 80, and it's still going to be one of the most beautiful songs ever written, the way she sings it. It's a classic. Number 4, All My Life, man. KC and JoJo. Dude, they don't know what they were doing during that song. They didn't realize how great of a song and a melody that was going to be. Nothing else that they ever did together. I love like a lot of their songs, but that was just on a different level. That's an all-timer right there. I saw them in concert when that song first came out too. Perfect, man. My car got broken in that concert that night too.
It was worth it.
It was worth it. It was worth it. My chick's purse got stolen out the back of my. But anyway, number three, Adore.
Prince. I ain't heard.
That hit another level. Like Prince, man. If you go back and just listen to how he wrote that song, because a lot of things he's singing and you can't really understand what he's saying. So you got to go look at the lyrics. And the way he put that thing together, man. And I actually went to Paisley Park and I saw his studio where he recorded it, and they play it for you as part of the tour. And I felt like, damn, this is the vibe he was on.
Let's get to your 2 and 1.
Number 2, my 2, So Amazing. Luther Vandross speaks for itself, man. That guy's the greatest ever balladeer. Number 1. My, Johnny
Sure
Gill.
look good tonight.
That song has everything. That's my number 1 song of all time. You
Michael
got it.
Wallace.
You got it from here, man.
Yeah,
you got it from here.
Man,
Dang, how did the time fly?
I just want to take a minute to, if you're listening, baby. You can put on that red dress.
Yes.
And slip on them high heels.
Yep.
Number 6 for me, I love me some him. Toni Braxton.
She'll be here.
Yes, she will.
Hey,
I
you
can't
gonna be
wait.
there.
Oh, boy. Number 5, Sweet Love, Anita Baker. Love that song. Number 4 is Every Time I Close My Eyes, Babyface. Wonderful, wonderful song. Beautiful song. Number 3, Lately, Tyrese. Have I told you I love you? Just a good song. Sometimes I forget, but I need you to know that I love you. Number 2, I'll Make Love to You, Boys to Men.
You love some Boys to Men.
Boy, I do.
You love some Boys to Men.
They'll be here too.
They'll be here also.
CJ gonna be on stage. CJ gonna be on stage on this one.
He gonna be a special guest.
Special guest, CJ Hurt, with New Edition. K-Lover, LL Cool J, and Boys to Men.
Yeah.
Great pining song.
Yes.
That'll do it for HBCU Huddle. Share your favorite love songs with us on social media or in the YouTube comment or in the chat comments, wherever you're listening to this at. That'll do it for this week for Mike, for Ronnie. Special thank you again to Christopher Peete. Special thank you to Sherm as well. Special thank you to Black Downstairs. We out of here. We'll talk to y'all in 2 weeks.